welcome to SDS. Now, this is one of the midweek episodes. It's midweek, but we upload it end of the week. But these are the fun ones. It's not a Premier League roundup, but we discuss every single Premier League fixture for 2.5 hours straight. I love them. I know you guys enjoy them, but these are the ones where we get to do a bit more fun topics, debates, discussions, etc. So this one today is rankings. I'll go through how that works in a second, but let me introduce the cast. Lias next to me.
I'm here.
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute. It's funny, actually. I was going to tell this story just at the beginning. Haseeb yesterday, he sends me, are you trying to be on the podcast tomorrow? We got your favorite QPR fan on tomorrow.
Yeah.
On my life, I thought he was talking about Liban, bro. On my life. It's only when he sent me the call sheet, I saw it the next day. I was like, oh, it's James.
And actually, it's been a while since, not a while since he's been on. Obviously, it's probably been a few weeks, but a while since he's been sat next to me.
I know, bro.
My vice captain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is officially like the vice captain seat. If you're next to me.
It's a big honor.
They all get giddy, don't they, when they go?
It's a good seat. But yeah, we also have a debut for a brand new guest. We've got James Walker.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Long time coming, it feels like.
Yes, finally. Obviously, you came on the Ripple Effect last week, which was amazing. And it's good to be here. Although I was slightly devastated. I thought I was sort of up there with the QPR fans. I thought it was like one or two. Not even number one. So that's tough.
We thought we were United fan before you, just because you wore QPR shirts. It's mad. But welcome, James. And obviously next to him, another one who's been a while since he's been on is Abs. Welcome back, Abs.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it, man. It's been a while, man.
It has, man. What's your last episode? The Man United
emergency meeting. And that was a very, very tough podcast to record.
Yes.
And to be fair, thank you for the break. I think I needed it. It's just been.
I was going to say, before we get into the episode, who do you think whose takes have aged the best since that episode?
Oh, after the emergency meeting day? I don't know.
It's only gotten worse.
Because it's yours, isn't it?
Yeah, the pessimists are currently winning. The pessimists are currently winning. We'll give it to Lias.
Right. Were you pessimistic?
Yeah.
You guys on the side of pessimism.
Not happy at all.
Can't blame you.
But we are doing rankings today, like I said in the start. The way that works is when we have about 5 different categories, whether they're players or moments or specific matches, etc. And I'm going to name the 5 and everyone gets to write down on their whiteboard from 1 to 5 their ranking of that thing. And then we'll show each other and then we'll debate and discuss, give it about 10 minutes or so, and we'll try and get like a unanimous top 5 agreement, okay? Ooh. Obviously, if you are listening to the audio versions, click that 5-star rating, give us some nice reviews, but you can't see what's on the whiteboard, unfortunately, but I'll read it all out to you, no sweat. So if you're driving, don't worry, I'll tell you exactly who everyone has from 1 to 5.
Eyes on the road.
But, please
drive.
If you're not driving and you're chilling, you want to switch to watch this, to see the whiteboards, head over to YouTube, SDS, is where you can see all of this. So yeah, that's how it works. You guys can get involved as well at home. Leave your comments below of all your rankings. There's only 5 categories, so it's not that hard. And I'll read the comments and have a look and maybe reply to some of you guys and see if you guys agree with us. So boys, you ready for the first one? I said, this one today, there's not many player ones. So we'll start with the player one first.
Okay, let's do it.
And this one's interesting because we're gonna stay on Premier League for the first one. Okay. I'm gonna go with strikers. Ooh. And Haaland is obviously the best striker, but that second best striker spot is tough. So I'm gonna give you 5 names, all right? We've got Julian Alvarez. We've got Gabriel Jesus. We've got Ivan Toney. Obviously he's not been playing, but he's still Ivan Toney. We've got Alexander Isak, and we've got Ollie Watkins.
Oh, I thought you weren't going to put him in there.
Yeah.
You got me worried there for a second.
Good 5 right
So who is the second best striker, and who's 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th? So
Shout out Callum Wilson. Sorry, couldn't have been
this.
Shout out Callum.
Sorry, Callum. I mean, Watkins is doing so well. Like I had to put him in.
So you're saying Tony, Watkins, Jesus, Isak, and Alvarez.
You don't want to write the names on the side? Yeah. To help yourself out?
Wow, I work on memory.
So feel free, guys, in this moment, write your list 1 to 5. We'll have a chat. Oh, this is tough. And this one,
that's insane.
Just go off what you think the best, pound for pound, best.
We've got to be quick.
But don't be long. No, within reason. Within reason. Okay, cool. So I'm thinking, this is tough.
I don't even know where to start.
Same. Guys at home, like I said, play along.
Oh, they're different, man.
That's what I'm different. We're gonna chat about it in a second.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm gonna go for it.
Oh my god, man.
Oof.
Okay, I think I know, man. You get a look at man, yeah? You get a sneak peek. Can you read it? Are you sure?
Oh, this is
right now or forevermore?
Well, come right now because Tony's not playing.
Forevermore.
Well, not right now because Tony's not playing, but like your judgment of them as players now.
As a player.
I have wrote nothing on this.
We'll start with one name. Who's last? Who's first? Maybe.
I've got 5th spot. I feel comfortable with that.
I'm good.
I got 4 and 5. I might need to use a pen, share a pen with you for now.
This is so
It's so tough.
Okay.
It's so tough.
I'm just chuck a name down and see. Right.
Oh, by the way, all 5 of these are very good footballers. Like they're all 5 strikers who are footballers as well. That's something that I appreciate as well.
Yeah.
Strikers who can play the game of football. All of these guys can. Which makes it harder. I feel like I need to do some commentary while you guys finish.
I think I got mine.
You got yours, yeah?
Just that my pen is a bit out of ink.
Is that out of ink?
So I'm like,
I am struggling.
I've
It's
got
not
mine.
easy.
You
It's
just
not
got.
easy.
I've got a pick and I've just got a stick.
Yeah, that's
All right,
what
I just went with it, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. Oh, man. But this
J-Mo?
order, I could go. Honestly, I could flip this entire list over.
Let me use your pen too.
Do you know what? No, I couldn't. Yeah, I
No,
couldn't.
honestly,
Genuinely?
this list, I could hear any order.
That's what we're going to
enough.
discuss. But first, I need to
Hey,
see
yeah.
everyone's order.
Great 5 names.
Yeah.
Great 5
Yeah,
names.
yeah,
Of
yeah.
course, man. There's some good players in the Prem. All right.
Okay.
Everyone got their list?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to turn it around in 3 to 1 and we're going to chat, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Now, see, I think we'll all be pretty close. 3, 2, 1, show. All right.
Oh my god.
So,
oh my god.
very interesting. Show the camera.
Wow,
Abs, your
okay.
one.
What?
So
Okay.
I think Abs is the most different one.
Yeah.
Abs
You
is the-
guys all have
Abs-
Alvarez
so
first.
all 3 of us have Alvarez first. Abs is
Wow.
Alvarez in 4th. Right?
Talk to me. Why
Abs
do
is
you guys have
Alvarez
Alvarez in first?
I just think he can. Oh, go
Another thing, but
Jesus,
I wanna-
what is going
let me
on?
say the big
Jesus
one.
is second.
Jesus is
not
fifth.
For sure. What?
So-
Jesus was the easiest one.
So look.
Oh,
Wow.
Hey, this is so good. This is so good.
Three of us have Alvarez in first,
Yeah.
Evan fourth.
Yeah.
3 of us have Jesus in second.
Yeah, I got
he
Jesus
has him
in-
fifth.
Let me see the rest of your list.
He's got Alvarez,
yeah,
Watkins,
but
Tony.
he's-
But you guys need to
He's
talk
at
to me
fourth.
about.
We're
He's got Isaac.
close.
He's got
We're
Isaac
the same.
fourth. No, he's got
we
Isaac
swap- we
fourth.
swap- Isaac and
very
Tony.
close, yeah.
Okay,
Now we got
Alvarez first.
Let me read out to the
Talk
all,
to
let
me.
me, let me
Yeah,
read
go
out to
on,
all the
yeah, go on,
listeners
go on.
what everyone has. So show me a board.
Okay.
Abs
Ivan-
has Ivan Tony in first. Jesus, actually, you say.
Yeah, so Ivan Tony first, Jesus second, Isak third, Julian Alvarez fourth, and Ollie Watkins fifth.
James, what's your list?
So I've gone Jesus in 5th. Is it Isak?
Yeah, Isaac.
Isak 4th, Tony 3rd, Watkins 2nd, Alvarez 1st.
Wow.
Yes.
So I went with Alvarez first, Jesus second, Isaac third, Ivan Tony fourth, Ollie Watkins fifth.
And I've got Alvarez first as well, Jesus second, Tony third, Isak fourth, and Watkins.
Yeah, we have the most similar
You
list.
boys need to talk to me
All
about
right, so we
why
got a
Julian
chat.
Alvarez is
I
first.
think we will chat.
Where do you wanna start?
I want to know James's strong opinions about Jesus in fifth because he said that was
Yes,
the easiest one.
yes.
So there's a few things here, right? So first of all, it's like they're very different profiles of strikers here,
course.
right? And I feel like completeness was the thing I was thinking about.
Okay.
And then I was thinking about how well it will age. And the thing for me that put Jesus at the bottom was that I think he's the worst finisher.
Yeah, that's
See his goal
debatable.
midweek.
I think that's recency bias.
No, that
He's scored
finisher.
many
So-
good goals, great finishes.
Let me throw something out there. So Jesus is the best central striker for Arsenal right now.
Yeah.
Would we say that?
Correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Would you
Available to
swap
Chat
him
about, yeah.
for any of those other guys on that list and play him in the exact same
I
position?
think that's a question for you.
Alvarez, I've got him above Jesus, so I'd rather have Alvarez than Jesus.
Would you?
Maybe, yeah.
Through the middle.
Because Jesus, I think Alvarez is similar.
That's a
to-
good question.
I said, I think recently
That's
on the
what I
podcast, Alvarez. Yeah, he deflected.
Deflect and I ask
I'm thinking about it now.
a little paddle move.
Hey, you learned from Star Player. Let me ask you a question.
No, but as in like Alvarez, I said recently was like similar to Jesus, but can also score goals
Yeah.
at like a consistent level. I think as of you said, it's the worst finisher. I think it's actually one of the best finishers, but just one of the most
Jesus.
least consistently
clinical?
Like, what's my
That
clinical
sentence doesn't work.
No, okay, cool. So when you say finisher, do you mean like consistently scoring goals, or do you mean like quality of like being able to finish, score good goals
Who scores the most goals out of these guys
in the league season when if they all play every
for
game?
Arsenal, one of the best teams in the league who need a striker right now? Tony scores more
Probably
goals.
Tony.
Yeah.
Isak scores more goals. Watkins scores more goals. And Alvarez is slightly different, but still probably scores more goals. Doesn't have the same physicality as Jesus. But I think overall,
I like it.
Alvarez is just a gorgeous
I like how
footballer.
strong this opinion is.
I think the one I would debate is probably Isaac. Like,
Yeah,
does
so say,
Isaac
does
score
Isaac
more
guarantee
goals than
score more goals than
Jesus? He
Jesus?
might, but like I think that's the not like I would agree with the other three. I would say that they're more out and out finishers, where
Yeah.
Isaac and Jesus are more like Isaac sometimes plays on the wing for Newcastle.
Yeah.
Especially last season.
Yeah.
Same with Jesus.
Yeah,
He
Jesus
play out
can do
wide
that
there.
as well. But what Jesus brings Arsenal
So I think that's a fair
is
point.
so
That's what I was gonna say.
pivotal.
But if you're,
And I
I'm
don't
not
think
as
any
bothered
of
about
the-
this. I'm not bothered about the work rate.
Yeah.
That's not even about the work rate.
I was
It's not
talking about
even
the
about the work
hold-up
rate.
play
Yeah, yeah.
and the link-up play.
But that's the
Yeah.
thing. All 5 of these guys, and this is where James brings up a good point. All 5, because I was thinking, okay, he might not score as many, but he makes that Arsenal attack click. But then I look at all 4 of these guys, all 4 of the other guys. I think you could also put them in that Arsenal team, and the attack would look pretty
100%.
fluid. Bro.
All 5 of them, yeah.
Saka
terms
and
of-
Martinelli playing off Watkins is still a
I
problem.
think Watkins
bro.
or Tony. If they buy Tony or Watkins within the next year,
I'll take
I
either of
think
them.
you go up a notch.
So the reason
I think you score more goals.
So Jesus, I agree with that in terms of Ivan Toney. But I just think what Jesus brings, these guys can bring it, but it's on another
not
planet.
it's
Jesus,
not the same
bro.
level. Jesus,
I genuinely think
Jesus
Jesus
as
is
an
on
actual
another
footballer,
planet.
as an actual
that's what I was
footballer
gonna
is
say.
crazy.
If you're talking about, okay, Jesus, you're saying for you is not the best finisher out of all of them. Also, I think Jesus is the best footballer out of all of them.
Easily.
You know,
Best footballer of all of them.
Easily,
I think
in my opinion.
100%.
11 Jesus's wins.
More games than 11 of any of them.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I think what is that?
I didn't even think like that.
He's helping my point.
He's right.
Yeah. No, you're right. Like in terms of intensity, in terms of being able to beat a man, that's where you have the difference here. Like Tony as a centre forward.
Yeah.
Like I've watched Tony quite a lot for for Brentford team that's okay, right?
Yeah.
He wins everything.
Yeah, in the air he's a
his
problem.
finishing is amazing.
Brings players into play.
Yeah, his
Improves
hold-up
everything.
play is really good. He will go to an Arsenal, and I promise you, he will kill it.
He's linked to
I can't
them.
wait.
Yeah,
linked
I
to
think
them
they
for a
need to go
reason.
and get it done.
I want a striker.
Yeah.
So.
I've seen some people aren't really sure about him, but again, as
I
a
think he's
different
brilliant.
option, I think he's
Oh,
amazing for
100%.
them.
I'd love to have him. What? Go on. You want to say something?
I might actually put him over Isaac, to be honest with you.
So
you know
then
me.
have my list.
Yeah, honestly, I think I might. You know me, I have a bias towards like the
Silky
night.
players.
Yeah, Silk.
Bro,
Isaac
Tony over Isaac for sure.
I think so as well too. Like especially last season, I was so high on Tony, and maybe it's the fact that we haven't seen him for a few months now. That recency bias is kind of playing into it. But Ivan Toney, like you said, is like in the air. The guy, the performance he
striker,
gave against
bro.
Arsenal last season
Yeah,
at the
unreal.
Emirates was
Unreal.
unbelievable.
Unreal.
Unbelievable.
Can we talk about Watkins here?
Yeah, because I was about to say,
Yeah,
you're the
yeah.
only one that has Watkins over Tony.
He's brilliant
We
too.
all have him fifth, apart
I've
from
got
him.
Watkins fifth.
There's a lot of like three people have something and one doesn't.
Before I throw
It's
a question
tough,
back to you,
it's
why you put Watkins fifth?
It was tough. It's not like
I think it's. I think you say it's tough. I think it was probably
No,
like the
it
easiest
was easy
decision
for
when you
me.
like think about it. But then, also at the same time, like this guy, when you want to talk about what do each of them provide, I don't think anyone on this list is as good with his back to goal as Ollie Watkins. I think you could make the argument that he's the best back to goal striker in the Premier League.
that's why
Yeah.
this is so hard because every one of them has something which is the best on the list. I think.
But you talk about Jesus' wastefulness. That's an issue with Ollie Watkins as well.
He is. I
No,
I think he's a bit like he's patchy. I think so.
He is.
I
So like
love.
he'll go
I mean, we
through
can't see his
form.
numbers. It's not about that. I get it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if I bet he's scored a lot of goals. He's always fit. He can drift out to the left hand side as well. He can
Yeah.
dribble
He
the
runs
ball.
the channels
He's played
extended.
as a wide player like Jesus, and I bet you, I'd be amazed. In a lesser side, he's scored. I bet he's scored double the goals that Jesus has scored over the last 2-3 years, probably more.
Big claim.
I know, fair enough. He's like Jesus has been at Man
it's
City
difficult,
and he's
yeah.
been
Yeah.
injured for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I bet his goals per game are miles in front of Jesus.
but I
no,
think
actually,
that's-
I would probably. I think
I don't know,
Jesus'
you know,
goals per
because-
90 or goals per
No,
game
no,
isn't
goals,
it?
no.
Isn't that
Jesus-
the highest?
I think
in
Jesus
Premier League history?
is when starting a game. So Jesus is
Yeah.
like when starting.
Can I?
Yeah, you can. I'm pretty
You can fact
sure.
check, but
I'm pretty
it's
sure
like-
his
it's like-
goals
it's
per
like-
90 is crazy.
It's like and also was another one. It's like games he started because you can't judge a striker by coming off
the
20
bench.
minutes.
Yeah,
game
absolutely.
started.
Yeah.
I think Jesus has like one of the best goals
Yeah.
to game started ratio. But that's interesting because obviously James has Watkins in second, and I'm a big fan of Watkins. Obviously, he's an Arsenal fan, so I like him.
The Watkins thing, I think, is that it's one where because he's at Villa, you're maybe not seeing him as much, and because he's not the starting striker for England, you don't think he's that guy either. But that's Harry Kane in front of him for England,
Sure.
and for Aston Villa, I think after Man City and Liverpool, they have the most points since Emery's come in.
Emery
And that,
joined,
that's
yeah.
down to Emery, sure, but it's down to Ollie Watkins. And Ollie Watkins was battling it out with Danny Ings, and Emery just went, off you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Because he's
Fully
the real
trusted in
deal.
him. No, he is.
Nah,
He's
for sure.
I think in terms of where he's going, the problem you have with him is you're seeing him through a Aston Villa
No,
lens.
but Villa were fun to watch. And
They
one
are
more thing
pretty
before we
good to watch.
finalise our combined five. Abs, you've got
Yes.
Alvarez in fourth.
I need the
That's
next.
crazy
Tell me
to
why.
me.
And let me tell you why.
Please.
Out of all of these players that we have here, he's got the least sample size. I think you guys are speaking about what he will become rather than
And we've seen. But
well, we've seen. Okay, but in terms of complete game, these guys all have the ones that I put above him have a more complete game than Julian Alvarez in terms of hold-up play, linking up the play. Obviously, he's playing in a team with Haaland, so it's not fair because we don't see him as often playing in the number 9.
But we saw him lead the line for a country that's won the World Cup.
No, he was brilliant.
Or he was decent there.
I was thinking about the Premier League.
Yeah.
So what I've seen in the Premier League so far, he's obviously played as an understudy to Haaland, and he's been playing in so many different positions where he's shown the ability to be a top striker. I just haven't seen it for season in, season out like I've seen from the other guys. The reason I put him over Watkins is because I know about that footballing ability, and I believe that is what can propel him in the future. But I don't think we've seen enough from Alvarez for him to be first in this list.
Sometimes, like
I just don't think
I
he's
always
seen
say,
enough
sometimes as football fans, I feel like we prioritize like how long someone does it rather than just how good a player is. And okay, yeah, we haven't seen the sample size be big enough for Alvarez, but what we have seen is that this guy has such. Again, you talk about body of work. What he provides as a footballer. It's ridiculous. Where he can play in the 10 withdrawn from Haaland. He can lead the lineups by himself. He can play on either flank. He's adding free kicks to his arsenal at the moment. A threat in the box, a threat from long range.
Yeah.
Good at linking up the play. I really don't see a significant weakness in his game. And I think I understand what you're saying. Okay, these guys have shown it a bit more that, they're guaranteed the real deal.
They can do it against, so they've shown me against so many different types of centre-back partnerships. They have shown me, like I say, but listen, body of work is obviously so harsh to put as a criticism to him because he's so young, right? And I understand that. But what I've seen from Ivan Toney, for example, Jesus, for example, I've seen these guys find different solutions in games. They have faced different problems that Alvarez hasn't faced yet because he's not played.
Alvarez for you?
It's like it comes down to the modern day 9 that I like to see has to be someone that has the hold-up play that Isak has. He has that link-up play. He can turn, face up a defender and be a problem. Alvarez, I just don't think he has that on the same level. I think Isak is more complete than him. I think Jesus is more complete than him, and I think Tony's more complete than him.
All right.
Then what's stopping Watkins from being more complete than him? Because when you talk about hold up play, running the channels, Watkins, in my opinion, is the best at that.
When it comes to that, then different factors come into it. For me, Watkins, I put 5th. It was the first name I put 5th, just because I believe that in terms of the quality of footballer that we have here above him, I just think these guys are a bit better.
Just to say, their goals per match are like bang exactly the same.
But
I think he's playing for a lesser team. It's the same. A lot of their stats are very similar. So
Luckily, it's not that hard to do our combined because I was looking at everyone's. Usually we have to debate it, but looks like Alvarez is our combined number 1 because 3 of the 4 of us have him number 1. It looks like Jesus is our combined number 2 because 3 of the 4 of us have Jesus in 2. It looks like Watkins is our combined number 5 because 3 out of the 4 of us have him in number 5. It also looks like Tony's our combined 3rd.
Yeah, I switched them.
Because you switched
Tony,
them.
Tony.
Tony's in 3rd for you. Tony's 3rd for me. He's 1st for you, so he's 3rd.
Shout out Ivan Toney, by the way.
4th. So our combined list is my list.
Wow. There he goes.
What's this podcast called?
There you go.
It's not Lias the Sports.
I just went by law of averages. I just literally.
With Watkins, it's like, is it not a points thing? Like, whereas
but 3 of the 4 of us have him. 3 of the 4 of us.
You'd love it if it was.
It's fine.
The one thing I say about Alvarez is Guardiola's like Guardiola created a different formation
for him,
bringing him in. He's got the personnel to let him sit on the bench and bring someone in. So I think it's dangerous. That's for me. That was why I was like, this is dangerous. I'm gonna put Alvarez.
And like you say, for what he's gonna become as well.
It's gonna be ridiculous. You guys ready for the next one? Maybe clean up your whiteboards. All right, so before we do another player one, I'm going to do a different one, a more light-hearted one. Okay. And because I was having a discussion recently, pundits. Best pundits. And you can judge it how you want, if you've maybe the most analytical or whatever.
Okay.
We got Jamie Carragher, Gary Neville, Thierry Henry, Micah Richards, and Roy Keane.
Easy.
Is that 4? Sorry, it's 5. I got you.
I was going to do that straight away.
This one is easy for me.
What in terms of how much you enjoy them?
And then we give you reasons why. It's the best to worst, but tell me why you think someone's the best in it, and I'll tell you exactly. This one's good. Like I said, guys, if you're watching on YouTube, leave your comments below of your list.
Oh, this is tough. This is very tough.
I don't think it is.
Oh, there's 2 that I'm struggling with right now.
Yeah, this one is the easiest one for me.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. We need the easy one. That last one was tough.
Get that one out of the way.
Which of my boys have I put in there?
Oh, it's tough. It is tough.
I'm telling you, it's tough, bro.
They bring different things, don't they?
Exactly. That's why it's so
and they annoy in different ways.
This one's simple. This one's simple, bro.
This is all I know so far.
It's what are you after as well?
Yep.
He can commentate, but can he commentate? That's what we're doing.
Yeah. He's doing punditry, but can he pundit? Yeah.
This is so tough.
It's really that tough for you.
No, it's tough between two. I've got 1, 2, and 5 down. There's 3 and 4 I'm struggling with.
Oh, it's your guys.
Of course it's our guys, man.
All right. I think this one is really like personal. Like, what do you just prefer? Analytics, or do you prefer just jokes?
I go, man. I'm going for it, man.
Oh, I feel like I'm making a mistake.
I feel like I'm making a mistake as well.
No, I'm changing that. I'm sorry.
You know what? Yeah, no, I'm keeping my original.
Maybe I did this too quick, bro. I did this in 10 seconds.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. You know what,
I'm
they
not
say,
sure.
Wow.
you know what they say about Fergie's boys?
Huh?
No comment.
This guy? What you trying to get into?
comment.
What
You know
you
what
trying
they
to
say
get
about
into,
Fergie's
Shaggy?
boys?
I'm staying out of it.
What you trying to get into, man?
All right, boys. Are we ready?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm really
Wiping
indecisive.
his
What's
ball.
my thing?
Last
Right, okay,
second.
we're there.
He's been about 15 last altercations now.
Wow, I had someone who was first and is now fourth.
Wow.
Okay, that's
All right, okay. Let's go. Boys, in 3, 2, 1, show. Yes, boys.
Same.
Yes, boys.
Yo, that's insane.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah?
That's
Like,
insane.
Okay.
Let me see this?
Yes.
Ooh.
No.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Oh my god.
my arms
Abs.
all over the place.
First
We
and
have the
fourth.
exact same list.
Yeah. I hear
Okay,
it.
so let's discuss, right?
What was hard for me was 3 and 4, by the way. It was
Yeah.
so hard.
So Abs, can you read your list out?
Yeah.
To
I've got in 5th the wonderful, the brilliant character that is Micah Richards. Brings us joy.
Yep.
Roy Keane, Mr. Heritage.
Yep.
Gary Neville in 3rd. As Lias would say, as
Go ahead,
Lias-
give it a go.
As Lias would say, Thierry Henry. I got that. And in 1st,
Cara, it's got to be.
Jamie Carragher.
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
James,
Good.
5th first.
Right, this went all over the place. Okay.
Talk to us.
That's
Mika in
blasphemous.
5th.
Yeah.
He's a good time,
Big
but
mix, yeah.
I think the thing I was like, what will I click on?
Yeah.
Like, who do I want to hear the most?
And then you went Henry 4th.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because he's a bit miserable.
Yeah.
He is a bit
So then you put Roy Keane at 3rd. Naturally.
Yeah. So Henry was first
Yeah.
because like when it's the insight,
he
it's,
breaks
it's,
it down.
it's
Phenomenal,
wonderful.
yeah.
But he is miserable. Now Roy, I will watch 45 minutes of angry Roy
Yeah.
for one little glint in his eye of a little smile.
Yeah.
Just a little smirk.
It's special.
Just a little
It's
smirk.
special.
It's
That
so
is
true.
Just when when they call him out and he sort of goes, well, you know, it's your job.
It's a job.
So I had my second time I changed it. I put Gary Neville first because I think that over the last 3 or 4 years, if it's who am I going to click on, who do I want to listen to the most, it has been Gary Neville.
Yeah.
But in this season, there's been a few different things that have disappointed me about his punditry, and I feel like Carragher tries the hardest, is the happiest to be there, and I think does the most work. But he does do this thing, which is difficult.
Yeah.
But it's tough to be a pundit. We're all very annoying.
Okay, Lias, 5th first.
Yeah, me at 5th, I put Micah Richards. He's just not really what I'm looking for when I think sometimes it's overdone a little. But I have to admit as well too, he brings something to the show.
Sure.
that
100%.
The others just don't. Gary Neville, I put him at 4th, but I really struggled, same as you, Abs, 3rd and 4th.
Yeah.
I had a problem with Gary Neville under Ollie because I felt that at times it was a bit too much. It was very clear that he was like defending his friend, which naturally you would do in that position. But I don't know, as someone who wasn't a huge Ollie fan, I found it a little frustrating listening to him sometimes.
Has he ever been the king for you? In terms of the punch space, because he's done a lot.
He's-
the
he's-
overlap.
Yeah, I
putting
think
in
at
work.
one point a few years ago he was probably top guy before honestly my number 1 came into kind of the scene, and Carragher I really rate. But anyways, 3 I got Roy Keane. I'm the same as you, to be honest with you. The guy his miserableness is so enchanting. That's the only way I can put it. Second, I've got Carragher just because he is never someone I would have thought when he was a player would like come onto television, be as like enlightening about every single subject in football. Like
He's
the
the
way he
best.
talks about even European football in general, it surprises me, but really good. And number 1, my good friend Thierry. So
Thierry, my good friend.
That's my guy.
That's your friend now. You can say that's your friend now.
Shook his hand and everything.
That's your brother.
Spoke to him in French.
Hang on. So you're putting someone on top of the list because you shook his hand?
He's your mate. You're doing the same thing as Gary Neville with Ollie. You're doing the same thing as Gary Neville with Ollie. We got you. We got you.
at the top here.
At the top, still wouldn't make my number 1.
Mine's the same as Ad's. Big Meeks in 5th, Roy Keane 4th, Gary Neville in 3rd, Henry 2nd, and for me, Jamie Carragher, especially in the last couple of years, for me, it's undisputed first. Obviously, Sky Sports and obviously with CBS works alongside Henry and Richards. Michael Richards works so well on CBS with those guys, but also on Sky Sports Monday Night Football. His analysis is so good. The way he explains things is so good. And like you said, you can tell he wants to be there the most as well. And I learned so much from him. So he ticks off the analytical side really well. He ticks off the entertaining side very well.
Absolutely.
And that's the two perfect things, you know. Even just like he just has even when I filmed with him at Sky Sports and him and Specs went on a race.
Yeah.
Like he just wants to do stuff like that. You know? He just wants to get involved. He's buzzing.
I think he's happy to be there.
But then when he's
isn't he,
breaking
for sure.
things down as well and breaking down plays, he's actually like it's so good. And even I think the Arsenal game recently when we beat City and when he's talking about even the Chelsea game, we drew Chelsea 2-2.
Yeah.
And he broke down the reason why we scored the comeback goals. And it's like if you watch as soon as Havertz comes on here, he talks him and Smith for a switch, and I'm like, I didn't even notice that, and I was there. So much things I learned a lot from Carragher, which, like I said, I didn't expect. And with Henry, it's a mixture of both of things. I think I was very frustrated with him when he first started doing punditry with Sky Sports. I felt like he was very miserable, very negative towards Arsenal as well. I didn't like that. Yeah. But recently, I think, especially with the CBS stuff, he's been unbelievable.
All boys aside, seriously.
No, he's been so good. So
Do you know, I think they do bring different things because I think that the tactical insight. I feel like Gary Neville's I think he's doing too many things.
Yes.
And I think so he's switching off from certain things. One thing in particular was that they did their predictions and so they had this long chat about the top teams and then they talked about the relegation and Gary Neville said something along the lines of, well, I had to pick someone.
Yeah, he said Bournemouth.
Whereas Carragher would do that diligent work, I think.
Yeah.
Even Carragher on Twitter as well, too, to be honest with you. Like, just his tweets. Like, I'm not saying he understands football at a better level than these guys, but I don't know.
He's got his pulse to it.
And I listen to Lias about Twitter, he knows.
Yeah. So there you go. It's kind of my expertise, you know. Step aside, no, but seriously, and it's also too. There's a little bit of bias as well. The way I kind of appreciate footballers, I feel like Carragher matches that a lot too. Like, just for example, when Hazard recently retired, like the soliloquy that he kind of gave describing his career. I was like, okay, this guy is more than just stats. He's more than just agenda. Yeah. He really just like looks at football. What do I appreciate?
He gets it.
I kind of appreciate that as well.
Gary Neville I want to hear from when it's like political
Super
or
League, for
ownership
example.
or things like that. He's the first one I want to go to. And then Henry, I think the gap that Carragher and Neville have is from the attacking side of it. Like, you want to know how goals are scored. It's the best bit. Yeah. And that, I think Henry is just obviously on a different level and he's so articulate.
I think Henry as well, too, is his storytelling. Like, I think that's another thing, too, that you want to get from these pundits. Like, this guy has stories about Messi, Pep, Wenger, like, everyone.
But the thing I love about Carragher as well is that...
change this list again.
But Carragher will explain the game to someone who's spent 50 years in it and someone who's just getting into it, and they will both understand it in such a succinct manner. Yeah. The reason I was struggling so much with third and fourth is, in contrary to Lias, obviously I loved Ollie and his time at United controversially. And I felt like Gary was giving a perspective of a part of the fan base it's quite a small voice at that time. The wide majority wanted Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the time, and I felt like he was representing it well. And everything that he said about the Glazers so far has been so spot on, and I feel like he's trying his best to...
Did Keane say... Keane didn't say that Solskjaer should be sacked.
No, Keane was also on his side as well.
He was, but... he's on TV less, so I have to hear it less.
That's true.
And I don't know. I feel like Keane is definitely guilty of that as well. But again, I don't listen to Keane for really like analytical talk or like. I'm not really listening to him for that. Like I said, like it's more so like how dry his humor is and stuff.
De Gea, Maguire. I'm like, I wouldn't let him back on the bus.
What do you say about De Gea? First of all, the accent's great. What do you say about De Gea that one time after the Spurs game? He's like, we would have killed him in the locker room. He's like,
I might have grabbed him by the shirt.
It's like the big baby one.
Yeah, he's a big baby.
He's like, so should we get into our final combined 5? So I did the maths in the background while you guys were talking. Carragher is our number 1. Because 3 out of 4 of us had him in first place. Henry is our number 2 because, you know, in first place for Lias, in second for myself, in second for you, and obviously you had him in fourth. But it's enough to have him in second. Michael Richards is our number 5 because we all had him in number 5. So it's close with Neville and Keane. But because Neville got that second spot for James, and you
got
got third, fourth, and third for everyone
I think
else.
that's right.
Neville ended up getting third, and Keen got fourth. So
Oh.
once again, my list.
Hey, it's our list.
I was
It's our
watching
list today.
as you were saying it. I was watching. I was like, this is getting a little suspicious now.
That is the right list.
I did
That is the right
I
list.
did the maths.
That
yeah.
is the right list.
It's the right list. So, hey,
We'll take that. We'll take
I
that.
got back-to-back combined
We'll
lists.
take that, Sharks. We'll take that one.
Yeah, I'll
It's a
take
good
it.
one.
I'd love to hear, obviously, your lists, guys, in the comments below. Love to see it. Have a chat with you guys in the comments.
That was a fun one.
And see if you disagree. So far, two good ones, two very good ones. And that one was nice because we actually spoke about everyone's, what we think their strengths and weaknesses as a pundit. And it's not that they care, but, you know, it was fun.
Are you gonna do worse next week?
Huh? Yeah,
Do worse.
worse.
The
Yeah,
worst
maybe.
one.
Dangerous.
Okay, next. I'm going to go for Champions League finals.
Oh.
Best games.
Go on, then.
So we've listed were the ones that kind of in more of like our recent lifetimes or whatever, in the last couple of decades.
Abs what, the last 3 years.
So remember the games here, and remember the games I'm going to say, right? Remember the games I'm going to say. So we've got 99. Yep, 99 final, United Bayern Munich. We have Istanbul 05, Liverpool AC Milan, of course.
You didn't mention that.
Yep. Not Istanbul last year, 2022. Istanbul 05. We have Moscow 08. United Chelsea. Iconic stuff happened there. We also have Munich, Bayern versus Chelsea.
2012.
In Munich, 2012.
Oh, wow.
And the last one we have is De La Decima, 2014. I think it was La Decima. Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid. Whereas the Ramos 96th minute equaliser. And then it got to 4-1 in the end. So that is the 5. Do your lists, guys. Do your rankings. Let me see your
So what are we
rankings.
ranking it on, by the way? Quality of the game? Is that what we're doing?
The
best
best
moment.
finals. Best doesn't always mean the quality. Best quality. It means the best final. So you can think of however you want.
I love how United have got 2 Champions League finals in there, by the way.
Just so we're writing
Cheers,
the
Sharky.
same stuff. Should we write the teams playing more than like a Moscow 08?
Yeah, right.
that right? Just so
yeah,
we
write the
both-
match. Yeah, write the match. Don't write the city or
Yeah.
the year. Just write the match. Yeah. Oh, okay. This is okay. Cool. Okay, let me see. Woo!
Okay.
There's iconic ones, bro.
Yeah, these are all iconic.
Iconic ones.
All these two are similar, though.
Yeah, there's some similar ones. There's
similar.
comebacks. There's drama. There's, So it just depends on how you see football and what you think is the best. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Was this a good game though?
That's the way I'm thinking about it. Like,
It was a good game, but was it a good game?
it was good, but was it good?
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm just gonna go this as my one. Who cares? Ooh.
Okay.
Because you got to think about the story that was attached to it.
Yes.
I've got. Does
I know.
it? Does
Put it
yours?
like that, it
you
changes
gotta
everything.
think of like,
Heard that and then he rubbed something up. Yeah, there's that one now.
Does
I was
your?
thinking purely what was the best game?
All right.
no,
Does
no,
your
no,
personal story matter in this?
if you do have personal story,
Absolutely
yes,
it
you can
does.
push you can push a
Absolutely
game
it does.
higher for sure.
Okay.
For sure, James.
Okay.
That's
that
changed
has-
my entire list. To be
Yeah,
honest.
because
It has to be this.
the story that's attached to it sometimes it's like, okay, this was the best one for this reason. This was second for this reason. If you add this to it, you can convince us to change. You know?
It has to be that.
Oh, man. That's a big story as well, though. That's a bloody big story as well.
Oh,
That's some great finals, isn't it? Wow.
Brilliant ones. Imagine
Those
imagine drama like this in a Champions League
Those
final.
top two are tough.
Oh, my God. I think
no.
I'm all right on my list, you know. Oh, but I could be higher, though.
I think I've got one here that you guys
Yeah, I'm going for
won't
this.
have anywhere near, but I have to put it up
Really?
for personally.
Oh, okay. Let's speed it up, boys. Get towards the end.
Okay, I got
You know, I'm gonna put this one here. Wait
I'll
one
change
second.
something last second. Oh,
You know what I'm gonna do? This might be controversial. This might be controversial.
This is controversial.
This.
Oh, hello. Hello. Someone's been here long enough, haven't they?
Yeah, you know, I'm being naturalized.
And then I'm gonna put.
Assimilating. We love it.
Wait, what game did I forget? Oh, I forgot this one. No, then I can't.
Can't be that good then.
Oh, but this
Can't be that good, can it?
That
Yeah,
doesn't make
remember.
sense. If I
It's got
put
to be
this
the
here,
story of the final,
that
not just
doesn't
the
make-
quality of the teams. The story of the final. So I was talking to myself. Sorry.
oh, I hate that.
Thinking out loud. I was thinking out loud. Talking to
You know what? I don't care. I want to put this here. Yeah.
You ready?
This is where, one second, I'm writing another last team name here. Can I borrow your pen actually?
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna put.
This is so personable.
I'm
to
gonna
you,
go
right?
straight.
Handwriting is gonna get absolutely.
Oh yeah, mine is awful.
And
Honestly.
then the last
I don't know if
one.
mine's
So
My dad, he used to say my handwriting is like chicken scratch. That's what he used to say to me. Thank God I use a computer now.
The school teacher said, I've got doctor handwriting, but I won't be a doctor.
oh yeah, doctor's handwritings are the worst, isn't it? All right, I'm gonna put this here.
These lists are so personable though, right? Because like Faisal, I know would have a completely different list than me.
Absolutely,
because of
no,
his
will be
personal
first. Yeah, yeah, for
experiences.
Okay, here we go. All right, boys, you ready?
Yeah, Faisal's screaming right now.
Yeah. Faisal like,
What do you mean? All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
Oh,
What did I tell you not to do?
yeah, you did the.
What did I do? The bloody sorry. I did the years. Sorry,
Okay,
guys.
okay. So we all have Liverpool, Milan first.
Let me see yours, James.
okay. It's
Spin this round, there, mate.
2.
Yes.
3 of
You
the.
need to rewrite yours because that's.
Oh no, I'll let you read it.
Yeah, let me read it out. Yeah.
But read it out as the game.
Okay.
From
So
51st.
from 51st, I have 2014 La Decima.
So what game is that?
That's Madrid versus Atletico Madrid.
Yep.
Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. 08, Chelsea versus Manchester United in
I
Moscow.
have that as well too.
Third, I had 2012 Bayern Munich versus Chelsea,
Yep.
the Drogba final. Second, I had the 99 treble. What a night. I was 1 month old. And in first,
So you have the same list as Lias.
Do we have the same exact list?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so.
boy.
Okay, right.
James?
My
Do
boy.
some talking then.
Jimmy?
I've got Bayern, Chelsea, 5th. Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, 4th. Man United, Chelsea, 3rd. Man United, Bayern, 2nd. And top, Liverpool, AC Milan.
All right, so I'll give my one because you got the same as Abs. In 5th, I got United, Chelsea.
Moscow. Yeah.
Moscow, yeah. In 4, 5, Madrid versus Atletico because, it ended up being a great last minute goal, a great moment, but they should have won that game. They should put it to bed in the game,
Yeah.
In 3rd, I got the 99 United versus Bayern.
In
Similar
third
thing.
is
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, that's what I knew was going to be controversial because for me,
that's
it's
the one that you're talking
of
about.
course, two.
Yeah, but Chelsea Bayern
It was
is
two at the
big
end, two
too.
great moments at the end, which is iconic and
but this is the one that's the two I struggle with the
That'll
most,
always be
yeah.
remembered. Chelsea Bayern is obviously Liverpool, Milan first, but Chelsea Bayern. If you think about it, so many aspects of this game. Well, I want to talk about the tournament coming up to because this is a miracle tournament for them.
Yeah.
But this
Crazy
game here,
tournament.
the final was in Munich. It was in Bayern Munich Stadium
Yeah,
Mad.
good point.
against Bayern Munich. So already, they were against it. On top of that, they obviously had that interim manager, which wasn't the manager. It was
Di
they were
Matteo,
managing
yeah,
themselves.
yeah.
On top of that, no John Terry, no Ivanovic.
Yeah.
Bertrand's making
Ramirez
his
as well too,
Bertrand's
yeah.
making his debut.
Yeah.
On top of that, they go
Drogba's
1-0
final
down like the 84th minute. Thomas Muller goal, something like that, right? So how are you going to come back from that? On top of that, then Drogba, on top of that, Drogba scores.
There's a lot of things on top of this.
Magical moment like all these games have. That last one. On top of that, they have a penalty in extra time by Munich and Robin misses it. On top of that, go to penalties against a German team.
And Czech, by the way, Czech dives the right way on every single penalty.
And then Drogba scores the winning
his
and
final
it's his last
kick
game.
until he
Like,
comes
this
back
was
2
ridiculous,
years
like, if you
later.
think about it.
All of those reasons are why it's 5th for me. So my list is a bit of a mess. But the reason it is, so the reason I've got Man United, Chelsea 3rd was because I was... So the game was fine, but it was the night before my final exam of my degree.
This guy's got his priorities in check. That's why he talks about football, by the way.
I knew I could see you two go. Yeah. But I basically was like, I watched the game and then I'll revise for this exam after that.
Yeah.
Then it goes to extra time.
Drags on.
And then it goes to
It
penalties,
went to
right?
midnight for you guys, no?
It went on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it
and I was
was going
thinking,
on.
well, okay, this is going on for too long now.
Of course.
And the exam was first thing in the morning. And then it got to a point where John Terry, so I'm a QPR fan, and we had a bit of money at this time, I think.
Yeah.
And I decided this thing in my head where as long as they haven't won the Champions League, Chelsea,
QPR can be a bigger club than
you never know. I'm not saying that aged well. I'm saying that's where I was.
That's why he has Bayern Chelsea left.
Right, so it got to the penalty shootout, and the penalty shootout obviously wasn't going well. And then John Terry's stepping up to score the winning penalty for Chelsea to win the Champions League. And I've just had this realization where I'm going to fail my degree watching Chelsea win the Champions League. And John Terry's scoring the goal.
Double homicide.
And then he slid. It was gorgeous. Yeah. So that's why I bumped them up too. But then obviously, it all went wrong. And I missed the second half of this game. I went to a Jay-Z Kanye West concert. And,
Once again, priority.
and they were 1-0 down. They were 1-0 down. And I was like, oh, sweet, we're fine. It's Bayern Munich. Look, Bertrand's playing. It's fine. And then everything that happened. So that's why my list is my list. But I get that it's a mess.
Your list is more personal to you. I understand.
That Chelsea United game? I'm gonna bring up one of the tweets. The tweet that I replied to you guys today. The most happiest moment in your footballing career, or whatever, Faisal typed out today. But that's the happiest I've ever been watching my team. That night in Munich, I remember. Obviously, it wasn't until midnight for me back in the US.
Which one?
But I'm talking about United versus Chelsea.
Moscow.
In Moscow.
In Moscow, you mean?
Yeah, and I think as
What's
well
a game?
too. You talk about like the storyline and stuff like that. The Ronaldo penalty miss. I remember the commentator saying the best player in the world versus possibly the best goalkeeper in the world.
So
Shaka
beautiful.
coming out with that save.
Yeah.
And it was like when you talk about like the actual quality of the game over 90 minutes, I think this is
Wow.
probably the best one because you arguably had the two best teams on the
In the
planet.
world.
And you don't always get that in the Champions League final.
Yeah.
Let's be 100% straight here. It was a tale of two halves. United dominated the first half. Chelsea dominated the second half. And then the drama in the penalty shootout, like I said, the
red card, the red card.
the Drogba,
Yeah, the red
and that kind of
card,
adds to the
Drogba.
story
Yeah,
too
yeah.
for 2 years later or whatever. But just in general,
Chances missed in that game.
yeah,
What
yeah.
a game.
And it felt like United that year. It was like they have to do it this
Yeah.
year. They'd failed so many times in Europe, and that to this day, I would say, in my opinion, okay, I'm a little biased here. I think it's the best Premier League team ever.
Those top two, for me, are clear, though. Like the Istanbul and the...
Have to be,
and-
have
Is that everyone's top two?
Man United by 99.
No,
I
it's
put
not.
the Chelsea, but United Bayern's third for me. I think that ends up being our top two combined anyways.
Here's the
Right.
thing, too. Everything that you said about Chelsea versus Bayern, you can make those same cases for United versus Bayern. Like look,
Roy
they're missing
Keane
Roy Keane
and Paul
Scholes
Scholes,
out
both
as well,
suspended.
too.
Beckham centre mid, wasn't he?
Beckham
Yeah.
in centre mid.
Both those games, in terms of watching both those games, in terms of the explosion in your brain, like, both of those were bizarre because Man United just struggled.
Down
and then
and
it was
out.
just like, what?
And that sealed the treble as well, didn't it?
Yeah, and the Liverpool one I just put ahead of it. So because Man United Bayern, it's late, so then it's done, and you're just like, what?
Yeah, you just been.
But the Liverpool one, you almost allowed yourself to like reacclimatize a little bit. But the Dudek save, the Dudek save is
Was it
another.
a save or was it a miss? Come on, though. You're saying the
It's on
Dudek-
target. It's not. It's not a shot on target.
Shevchenko, man. If he takes that 1,000 times, he scores 999.
And do you know,
That was the one.
we spoke about him
That
earlier.
was the one.
Jamie Carragher in that game is
Unbelievable.
an outrageous force. Gerrard as well, who should have taken the penalty, won that penalty,
Yeah.
and would have scored if it hadn't got taken out. Yeah, it's insane. They were done. They were fit.
Yeah.
They had
Down and out.
Traore playing left
It's
back.
insane. Man. I don't know how they. Yeah.
I don't know how they got
came
away
back,
with
and
it.
I was Milan at that point was like best team. Best
You
team
look
in
at the
world.
squad,
Yeah.
it's full
No, I
of
mean,
legends.
Scary.
Best team in the
Scary.
world.
And I
like,
think you talked
gotta-
to
Yeah.
you talked to about like legacies and stuff like that. Like that's the game that shaped Steven Gerrard's legacy. Like
Yeah.
forget about no Premier Leagues, forget about failure for England or whatever. We think of Gerrard and bar the FA Cup final. Maybe it was that year, no? Or was
Yeah,
it the
after.
year?
It was
But
yes.
Yeah, 06,
what
yeah.
we think of Gerrard is Istanbul.
Yeah,
The epitome of Gerrard in our head is somebody who grabs his team by the scruff of the neck and digs them out of
The biggest
hole.
of moments.
And that,
Big game player.
that will forever follow him.
Yeah.
Until
and go and watch the header. The header's a joke.
Yeah,
the header's,
that's
that shouldn't be going
He's
in.
He was playing right back at times in that game. It was
Yeah,
unbelievable.
He was all he did have one thing about Gerrard is that in both those games he and a couple of England games when we went to extra time he would cramp up really badly and
Yeah.
kind of would fall away in
Yeah.
those games, which was a bit disappointing by that point. But like even earlier in that run, Olympiacos, like the goal against Olympiacos is a joke as well.
Oh, you beauty!
And then
What
you
the heck?
you got in the penalty shootout. What was it? Shevchenko 2 years earlier
Yeah.
at Old Trafford scores the winning goal,
Yeah.
and then against Dudek.
I don't know what he's doing for that penalty though.
Yeah. No, but I think at that point, honestly, like even the penalties, Milan looked so
Spent,
like
yeah.
They were
finished.
done, they were
not
done.
even just tired, but mentally.
yeah.
Like,
It's crazy how,
Pirlo
yeah.
missing a penalty like
It's crazy how different football is now as well because Jersey Dudek was
yeah.
basically
He's a
hugging
half-
them.
he's a
How
half
close
field.
No, no, he was.
By the time they took the penalty,
Halfway to the tennis
he's
court.
halfway there. He's that close to them. But
those-
all right, so
Go on,
our combined list probably looks like Liverpool, Milan in first.
Yeah.
United versus Bayern in second. So it's the first time my list it doesn't end up being a
So,
combined
so
list.
far, hello, keep going.
Okay, I'm having a look around now. Is there any other undisputeds? For
Chelsea
after
versus
first and
Bayern,
second?
right?
Bayern Chelsea as
Oh no,
third.
he's got it fifth. Oh,
I think in terms of the games itself,
Yeah,
I
Bayern
think
Chelsea's third.
I would probably swap
Yeah,
those
Bayern
two.
and Chelsea is third.
Yeah.
Then the last two, you got Madrid, Atleti last.
Atle-
You've
yeah,
got
last.
second to last. You get them last. Like I said. So Madrid, Atleti is last. That means United, Chelsea is fourth.
Do you find that one
That looks like
outrageous?
my
that
list.
one?
Like, yeah,
my list as well, too.
Let's go.
Real Atleti. Do you feel like that as an like explosive, like crazy game?
Of course.
Oh, yeah, it was a mad moment. That Ramos header
They
was
were
just
chasing
crazy, bro.
That 10th Champions League.
Yeah,
For a
of course,
while,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
For a
yeah.
while.
Ronaldo back in Portugal.
Ramos
as well,
that
too.
moment
Crazy.
to score that header right at the
I
end.
was
Against
that one
them
I was
as well.
steaming drunk.
Is it? It was mad.
Yeah, I've seen the highlights.
That was a
You
mad.
can't remember the game. This is the highlights.
That's a game though, right? We talk about because obviously they played each other 2 years later in the same final.
Yep.
That second final for me, Atletico should have won it. But this one, honestly,
Yep.
it's a miracle Atletico even got
That's
it to
what I'm
that
saying,
point.
man.
Real
Yeah,
Madrid battered them so badly.
It took him so long to
But
just.
I always ask if Diego Costa had stayed fit. I know they
Imagine.
kind of they risked his injury to kind of play him. He went out after 10 minutes.
Yeah.
If
Imagine.
he plays that final, hey, Atletico could have been European champions.
La décima win.
But staying on the quickly before we move on to the next one, the Champions League finals. There was actually a funny story about I didn't mention about the Bayern vs Chelsea game in 2012. Do you remember? I don't feel a bit too young, but BBM.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
do that. Don't do
BlackBerry
that.
Messenger.
Like, we didn't have
Hey,
BlackBerry.
enjoy
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Don't do
yeah,
that.
yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's
Don't
a
do
good
that.
thing you're young.
I remember
BlackBerry
BlackBerry.
Messenger. So BBM obviously, but then back then you could put a status
Yeah.
up, and then everyone that like you have can see your status.
Yeah, I
So
love how you're
watch-
explaining it to me.
I was watching the game live, and that's when Robin had the penalty.
Yeah.
And do you remember? I don't know how well you remember this penalty, but a yellow ball got thrown. It was like a balloon. If you look at it back, you'll see Robin's penalty, but then someone throws a balloon on the pitch or something, or like it's like a yellow object.
Yeah.
So I'm watching. So I've got my BBM status ready. What a goal, Robin! Because I'm Dutch and everything.
Yeah.
And I was waiting to press send to see it go in. And
Yeah.
as soon as it goes in, I'm gonna press send. My status is gonna come straight away.
Bang.
So I saw it, and then I lost track of it for a second, and I saw the yellow ball balloon thing on like, going in and check diving that way. So I pressed send, and my status said, "What a goal, Robin!" And then obviously he missed. And obviously I got trolled, but I remember that was a traumatic story for me. So now I don't
touch
tweet
people, yeah.
or I don't do anything before I see it's in the back of the net. But that was like a traumatic experience. For me. We've got 2 more rankings left. We've got a player. We've got one more player one, and then we've got goal. We've got 5 goals. I'm going to bring up. So we'll do the player one, and then we'll finish on the goals. Okay. But this player one is back in the Premier League, and it is centre backs. And it's only gone off this season. This
I like
season.
these this season. Good.
This season. So we have, obviously, William Saliba. We have Virgil van Dijk.
Also Rolls
we have Thiago Silva.
There's a habit. You're all right.
Ruben Diaz.
Yeah.
He could be a Rolls Royce.
He's more of an Audi for me.
And we've got Konate as well.
Yeah. He's like some big truck, man. Rolls Royce type.
So those are the 5. And
So we're only judging him off this season.
Yeah,
the
this
first
season.
9 games of the season.
yeah.
Okay, that's
There
interesting.
you go. Yeah, for sure.
Oh man.
For sure.
This season. That feels like you're trying to get someone at the top there.
No,
Yeah, what are you doing?
nah,
You
you'll be
know your
surprised.
ways.
You'll be
You know your
surprised. You'll be
ways.
surprised. You'll be very surprised. No, because
This is tough.
they've all
2 to 4
conceded
is
similar
tough.
amount of goals.
Yeah, I'm with you.
They've
2
all,
to 4 is so tough.
they've all conceded similar amount of goals. That's the thing.
Have they?
Yeah. I'll tell you right now. City have conceded 7.
Okay.
Arsenal have conceded 8. Liverpool and Chelsea have conceded 9. So
Oh my god.
all pretty decent defensive records.
Oh, I'm gonna get killed.
I'm getting
I'm happy.
I should have. I thought. I apologize as well to Spurs fans. I probably should have put a Spurs centre back because they've been really good.
Yeah.
Romero's been
Yeah,
really good.
Van
Der
Ven.
Ven has been really good as well. Sorry, Spurs.
Sorry about that. This is the list I've been given. I apologize.
There's no love for Maguire.
Hey,
Man, we
is
had
he
one
back
good
now?
game,
Yeah.
man. We had one good
Hey,
game.
we got what? 15 wins out of our last 16 appearances.
Oh, here he goes.
Yeah, please.
Come on, man.
We like stats here, no?
We like You don't. This guy's a fraud.
Hey, I'm just trying to adapt, bro. I'm trying to fit in.
So the accent came from, yeah?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
adapted. What did you say about them goals conceded? The stats might have to help me. They don't want to like me. They don't like me anyways, man. You don't like that? They don't like me, but they're not going to like me anyways, man.
Exactly. Nothing you can do.
I feel like I'm missing. Oh god.
It's 5 names, yeah?
No, only 4.
Just this season. Just this season.
Yeah.
Not as in. Sorry. But are we talking about who's better than who, or are we just literally
Who's had the
focusing
best
on
season?
performances? Do you know what I mean?
Performances, I'd say.
How ironic.
Oh yeah. Come
But
on.
no Spurs player, by the way.
I think we do this and do
Our
best.
performance.
Okay, but if you do best, it's like best, but best what?
Like you did
ever.
the first one.
Here he goes.
Who are you picking? Who are you picking?
James,
All right,
James
do
is
that
picking
then.
You
his
didn't
name.
want to do best performing strikers, by the
Okay,
way.
do like
Okay,
that
so
then.
what are we doing now? What's
Do
the
it.
parameters?
Best
Who are you
five centre
picking?
backs.
Who are you
Best,
picking?
okay, yeah, that's
Who are you
good.
picking in
That's a
order?
whole different
Depth
situation.
chart.
That's a whole different
Let's do that.
I think there's more to like.
I wouldn't have gotten away. I would have gotten away from
Who was your number one?
Because it's stupid dog.
Who's your number one?
Huh?
Who's your number one on
Van
that
Dijk.
one?
It's Van Dijk.
Number one.
That one just now.
You liar.
You're a liar. Look at this guy.
Literally. Amazing.
You know what, though?
Hey man.
He's gonna say nothing changes. Look at him.
Nah,
I know
it's-
this guy. You
the
edgy
top three
fella.
is hard.
You know,
You
though.
edgy fella.
Because
Go
you're
on.
still picking on like who would you take now? Still, you know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly.
If you're doing that now, if you're saying who would I take now, you're not changing the list.
I don't think I'm changing my
Love
list.
that, buddy.
This guy's crazy.
I love
This
that.
guy's
Are you
crazy.
like hipster leaning here? Is that what you're doing?
I don't think so.
Let's find. We'll find out. We'll find out.
You just need a quirky hat on your head right now. You.
No, I'll change one of them. I'll change one.
Thank
I'll show
you,
some respect
thank you.
to an OG.
Please do.
Respect my elders.
I can't believe I'm about to do
I think
that.
I'm happy with this. Am I
Yeah,
happy
I've
with
got
this?
one I'm happy with, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm happy with this. Shout out my boys, the OGs. Shout out Leas, respect your elders.
I'm gonna get hammered for this.
Nah, hold up.
I'm not going to change anything on my list. I like my list. Making 3 adjustments now.
I'm getting screwed for this.
Oh man, I can't wait to see what they put in the comments as well. It's gonna be interesting. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, show.
DVD, Saliba.
Okay.
Saliba that high.
No. Okay, cool. This
Saliba's that high. Where's
You got Saliba at 4th.
brother? Overall.
Nah.
No, because that's what I'm saying. This is where the lines
Before
got
Saliba
blurred.
was first.
This is
Let
where
me
the
see.
lines
Saliba
got
was
blurred.
first for me.
This is where the lines got
On
blurred.
performance.
This was close to my list.
This is where the lines got blurred because you
Thiago
said
Silva's
no.
blurred for you?
Thiago Silva is the greatest centre back of all 5 of them. But I thought you said
Who are you
taking?
picking?
I'm
Who
not
you
picking.
picking?
I'm not picking a 39-year-old
Silva has been pretty.
any of them.
Brother,
Silva's
I'm
been pretty
talking
For a game
suspect this
tomorrow.
year. Yeah, no,
Still,
I'm not.
I'm not picking a 39-year-old Thiago Silva.
So-
So 39
It's
Thiago
amazing.
is one of the
Nah,
best inbox defenders in the league.
No,
Still,
no,
bro.
I don't.
come
Well,
on.
okay, no, I agree with
Yeah,
that, but
it
I
is
agree with that.
inbox.
But hold on, how many of the elite teams these days play in the box defending like that, bro? They're playing high lines. They're playing
No,
pressing.
absolutely. And when
So
he
wait,
does
can
that,
everyone
he's
read
got
that
he's got
list?
players that can cover for us.
Okay.
Thiago Silva this year is starting to show his age for the
Ever read
first
that
time.
for
list
sure.
because obviously the
Okay,
audience
sorry, yeah, we're just
listening,
arguing about
the audio
it.
can't even see our list.
On overall,
5th to 1st, please.
and just before a caveat, when it was switched from performance to overall, I'm thinking about
yeah, but it
what they
wasn't
showed me.
overall time. It was James said, "Who you picking?" So go.
Yeah, so who I'm picking? 5th is Konate, 4th is Saliba, 3rd is Ruben Diaz, 2nd is Thiago Silva, and 1st is Virgil van Dijk.
Thiago Silva,
Alright.
second in 2023. Bro.
Shout out
James,
my boy
Jimmy.
Thiago Silva, man.
Oh, shit.
Disrespecting him.
In terms of who I'm picking for a team tomorrow, Diaz in 1st, then Saliba 2nd, then Silva 3rd, Virgil van Dijk 4th, Konate 5th.
Yes. There's no 2 lists that are the same.
So
here,
I'm
by the way.
going Konate 5th and Silva 4th. I'm confident about that. I think I might switch just off thinking about it a little more, Diaz and Saliba. But I do have Van Dijk first.
So where are you putting Saliba?
I
3rd.
think I'd put Saliba 3rd now that I think
Okay.
about it.
So
Yeah,
third.
Diaz.
No. But you've changed it because you've seen everyone's list. That's the whole point. You can't see.
No, but I
this.
saw everyone's list. They're completely different lists.
Why are you changing it?
I just think Diaz, I'm forgetting about how good he was last season. Like I always used to have my doubts about Diaz. Like I always thought he was great, but his ball playing ability in particular kind of stuck out to me. Like, is he really, really elite? But I think at times in 2023, we sometimes underrate like how important it is to be a great defender. And
agree.
in terms of being a pure
Yeah.
out and out defender, I think you could argue he's the best.
He's
on
the
this
best.
list.
I
He's the
agree
best.
completely.
He's
and
the
that's
best.
why I've got him in first. 'Cause I didn't even get
Yeah.
say
So
my
I'm gonna
list,
put
by the way.
Diaz second. To
Let
be
me
honest.
say
Okay,
my
yeah.
list because
Yeah, yeah.
people want to hear. Maybe they want to hear what I've got to say.
Gotcha.
Diaz in first for me for all the points that Elias just said. For me, Saliba's in second. I think going from now, if we said who would you pick?
Yeah.
From now, I think he's got the biggest upside here. From now onwards, Van Dijk, I've got him in third. I think he's still class. I think he's one of the greatest centre backs the Premier League has ever seen, and he still do really well, especially this season.
Yeah.
Performance fantastically. Konate, he's a top centre back, and I think he's obviously also going to be one of the best in the world. And Thiago Silva, he's the best here, full stop. As overall, I haven't seen a defender as good as this guy.
Yeah.
But if you said who you picking, I can't pick a 39-year-old
Yeah.
Silva over any of them.
I did
Like,
misunderstand the question in that sense.
the
I
lines
did
got blurred.
misunderstand the question.
I apologise, sorry.
I tried
Fair
to
enough.
sway it one way, and then you lot caught me out. So,
Yeah.
That's
but
on me.
let's
That's on me.
let's
That's
discuss
my-
them regardless, anyways.
So, elephant in the room, me putting Virgil van Dijk 4th, right?
Yeah, that's low.
So the thing, and maybe I'm missing a lot of the great stuff that he's doing, but I thought he was overall pretty poor last year, but everyone was
would
at
agree.
Liverpool, right?
Yeah.
This year, I couldn't help but seeing in the Merseyside derby, I thought he got bullied in the air by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Didn't he give away a penalty or something against Newcastle?
To be fair, I'll be honest, I would say that almost any centre-back could get bullied in the air by Calvert-Lewin. He's one of the best in the air in the Prem.
Very possibly, but I can only go on what I'm kind of seeing. Like, so that's why Diaz was first for me. I think he's just utterly dominant. I think you probably don't see, you won't see those brilliant Virgil van Dijk passes from him because they don't play that way.
One thing I will say, last season opened my eyes up a bit. I think he's actually underrated these days. Like, he's definitely improving on the ball, 100%. Yeah.
I think Saliba's awesome.
He's brilliant.
I just think if I needed a centre back and I'm picking a team, and I don't really have any question marks over Saliba, to be honest, right now. And I think he's only going one way. He's only going to get better. I just think Diaz is just outrageous. Silva, it's like, I think if you wash away the age thing, he's still unreal.
He's brilliant, bro.
Yes, he hasn't got the physical attributes of other
right
players,
now,
but
today, is he better than Diaz, Saliba, Van Dijk?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think Silva this season has actually been poor. I think the game against Arsenal is his best performance of the season.
Class,
but again, it's also the deepest. It's the deepest Chelsea have played all season.
I get what you're saying. I think
that is fair.
When you're going on overall form of what you expected from them, I'm maybe sort of it's a bit of hangover in terms of my decision from last year because I thought he was brilliant last year and kept it all together. Yeah. Konate is the Micah Richards of this five.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing here, to be fair. Like, he's a great defender, but I think there's just another level.
That would have been maybe a Couto Romero or a Van der Ven, if anything.
But to be fair, though, I would probably. To be fair, if again we're talking about who would I take, not on what the form is, I would put Konate, Van de Ven. I would put them at their own tier. And these other four are clear, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Yeah.
For sure. To be fair, I think now, obviously, Thiago Silva is class, but I think the big three is Diaz, Saliba, Van Dijk. The premise and
am I wrong about Van Dijk?
I think you are.
Right.
I think Van Dijk has been really good this year. I agreed with you 100%. Last season, I was looking at him.
You got him first, didn't you?
Yeah. Maybe I'm looking for it. I expect him to just like run it.
Well, here's the thing, right? He is no longer the uber dominant force that he was a few seasons ago. That version of Van Dijk is flawless, in my opinion. But what people are failing to remember is that, okay, a few tiers below is still a pretty damn good defender. And I think Van Dijk this season, again, hasn't been at his best, but still not his best as most people's best.
If I was picking a defender tomorrow, those fans.
Yeah, I'm thinking Van Dijk.
I'm taking Van Dijk. Even right now. Even right now.
So that Virgil van Dijk, the best Virgil van Dijk.
No, I'm talking even right now. I would still say
you still think he's clear of those two?
Not clear, but I would prefer him.
What he gives me the ball playing over Diaz, although like Leah said, is good. Saliba, we've seen a year or two of him, and he's been unreal. He's been so good, and obviously, like you say, the trajectory is that way. What I've seen of Van Dijk. It's crazy. And he is a bit less, but he's still unreal.
All right. I mean, I think we see what our combined final five is before we get into our final rankings. All right. So the final rankings, it looks like you already wiped yours away, mate. How am I going to see?
So right, BBD.
Write down quickly.
Act like you've been here before, please. It's his first time, not yours.
What's the names again?
Van de Ven.
Van de Ven, right?
Yeah. Gabriel,
T. Silva.
It looks like, it's between
What's the last name?
Diaz and Van Dijk for first.
Yeah.
I don't know who's first because, show me.
Van Dijk.
So two of us have Diaz in first. Two of us have Van Dijk in first. Yeah. Now it's about where the others have him. You got Van Dijk in fourth, I've got him third.
He's got Diaz
second and Diaz third. So Diaz,
experience, mate. I love it.
So law of averages, I think Diaz is first.
Diaz is first, but I'm actually thinking is Van Dijk even because there's two people Van Dijk. Yeah.
I think Van Dijk gets second. I think Saliba is third. Yeah. Third. You got him fourth.
And then Konate fifth.
Konate fifth and Silva fourth. Okay.
I'm not right again.
I'm not angry. I feel I combined list might be better than my individual list. Sometimes it might be.
Law of averages, bro.
It's mad when you say that list. Twice now I've gone,
Yeah, exactly. See? So that's what I'm saying. The combined one always ends up being the right one.
These topics are good though because they're all around. None of them for me are egregious.
Exactly. All right. So the final one here, egregious.
Egregious. He loves that word, egregious. He learned it like 2 weeks ago. He's like, this one's me.
I sent a voice note they played the other day. I wasn't even thinking, but I clocked. I said it like 6 times in one voice.
Egregious.
My voice note's so long.
I've done that.
Yeah. Next to you in bed, you got a bowl of like big words.
Big words.
That's my word for the week.
I've done that on videos though, where you go, I've written 3 words down that I want to kind of get to, and I just keep.
Go back to it,
bro. All right, the final one. This is iconic World Cup goals.
Ooh.
Yeah. There might be some big ones that we missed out, but these are the 5 that we came up with. We have got, and a lot of them are like recent. Most of them are like recent history, just to keep it fun. So one of them is Van Persie's diamond header against Spain.
Wow.
Good one.
Watching it the other day.
We also have in that same tournament James Rodriguez's goal. In that same tournament. We also have, going back to 2002, Ronaldinho's free kick against England.
Lucky David.
We also have Dennis Bergkamp's goal in '98 against
Good commentary.
Argentina. Dennis Bergkamp.
Fuad was at the stadium for that.
And finally, we have Diego Maradona's against England in '86. Not the hand of God, the dribble. The whole team.
Fuad was also at that game.
I don't agree with that name. I don't agree with that title for the other goal though.
Crazy. That's
just what. The cheat, not the cheating goal.
Yeah.
The dribble one. So those are the 5 goals. Okay. Give me your rankings. It's the final one we are doing for the day. Obviously, you guys watching at home, feel free to leave a comment of your 5 ordering.
Wow. These are some belters, by the way.
Yeah, some top goals, and to score these in the biggest stage
Crazy,
is insane.
man.
A World Cup and scoring these kind of goals, ridiculous. Whilst you were writing these, is there any that come to your head that I might have missed that you think deserves to be in this 5?
Van Bronckhorst is a banger.
Van Bronckhorst was in our shortlist. It was in our shortlist, yeah.
Pavard
against
really
Uruguay,
good.
yeah.
Oh, Pavard, what a shot.
Pavard is really good.
Carlos Alberto.
Yeah.
You see that. but don't understand.
No, I know it's the one it is. It's like the 15 pass move against Italy. Don't try that one. Hey,
Good goal.
you know I know my shit, bro.
I'll
School you on mastermind again.
Here we go. It's all right, man.
I don't distract you much.
Carlos Bilardo.
Give me your list. Yeah.
I was going to say Pele 58. We're going to leave it now.
What a player. Okay, cool. Let me see. So I'm going to put my first and 5th is done. My first and 5th is pretty quick.
Same here.
Is it? Yeah.
Your first and 5th is easy.
Yeah.
I wrote them quickly. I went straight first and straight 5th. Now I'm trying to do this.
Did ya? It's interesting, that.
Oh, this is tough now.
I've got to think about it.
This is tough
That's
now.
easy, that's
2, 3, and 4 is tough.
Yeah, it is, honestly.
Oh my word! It's like what type of goal do you rate the most? That's what it's about. You value
Quality,
the most.
Nah, but it's got.
You know.
I know what I'm going to do, yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have no idea.
this.
What I'm gonna do. So I'm trying to think. Okay, so the ball came like that. To do this. To
Who
do
was
that.
James Rodriguez's goal against?
Uruguay.
Was it?
In the quarters, 16.
Round of 16.
How about that for a chest touch?
Yeah. Turn bang.
Do you know what I love about it? It's that little look.
And then had Brazil next.
Oh my god.
Oh, I forgot about the look. Oh, that changed
what I'm
everything.
saying.
Look,
That's
I
what I'm
promise
saying,
you,
bro.
that was
The look
thinking.
changes
That's what I'm
everything
saying.
for
It
me,
changes
bro.
everything.
That scat.
I was
As the
thinking.
ball is coming,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
ran.
He
Chest
made
touch.
sure it wasn't like
A man had awareness while he was doing that.
it's a joke.
Yeah.
That goal made his career.
Yeah.
But
That goal-
rightly so.
Man,
No, hold on. You know
What
what?
did he do to Madrid?
That wasn't even his best goal of the tournament. How about that? The goal he scored in Japan was crazy. I'm taking that one.
Goal as well, but better than this.
This was a bit of hidden hope, bro. This was kind of hidden
Wasn't
hope,
this
bro.
Puskas?
Huh?
Did he start with Puskas?
Puskas hype, bro.
It's not his best goal in the World Cup. This is one of the best goal in the world.
Salah won that shit. Like, whoa,
Yeah,
against.
He did.
Oh my days.
I think the goal against Japan was better. This one kind of hidden hope, bro. I don't know.
Hit and hope. We just discussed him scanning it.
Nah, I know that changed things for me.
Bro, he looked, seen the space, chest touch, wallop.
Ah, but bro, the other two are so good as well.
I don't know about this one.
I'm straight 1 and 2.
What? Yeah, no, hold on.
No,
You're
but
saying
it's
James is the best one of that World Cup. There's one on this list
That's
that's,
also
from that
another
same World
matching
Cup, and is it
yeah.
better than that one?
What? What's he talking about?
I don't know, man. I think in terms
I agree with you.
in terms of uniqueness, bro.
That's
What are we?
what- I
Yeah.
agree.
Bloody
I agree with him.
friends
I,
over the pond. What's he on about?
I agree with
What's he
him.
on about?
I swear that turn was mad late for you guys. Brazil.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you weren't in the right headspace, bro.
Oh,
You're
here
kind
we
of
go.
tired. It
was a good time for you, was it, yeah?
It was perfect. Honestly,
it wasn't.
midday, it was amazing.
It wasn't late. It wasn't late.
He's running with it.
It wasn't late.
He's trying to
So
calculate time zones.
I came home from college to watch the games, like after school, so it wasn't that
It
late.
was after school for me too. 2014.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, I don't know how late. Actually, it might
No,
have
I
been
swear
late.
Brazil was late for you guys.
Yeah.
England didn't
Yeah.
play Sweden in the World Cup.
That's
No,
2018. That's what I'm saying.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it might have been late.
I
But
think it was late for you
I
guys,
remember discussing the games in college and playing that evening or night.
Germany,
I can't remember how late it was. Germany won it. Yes.
Germany won it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can't remember. It might have been late. Actually, right.
I have no idea.
I don't. Honestly, I struggled this one,
I'm struggling here.
and I might be so wrong. And I can't wait for you guys to.
This still is really about feeling. Like there's no right answer here.
All right, I'm just gonna go with this.
No, it is like what goal means the most to you. Which one do you relate most
Yeah,
to?
I'm good with this.
Yeah.
Goals. You guys ready?
Yeah, man.
3, 2, 1, show.
Oh,
Yeah, I messed up.
Huh?
So both of us two have Van Persie last. You two both have Ronaldinho's free kick last.
Van Persie, that's
Van Persie second.
Yeah, man, what a goal.
I have a third. I have a third.
Bergkamp fourth.
Yeah,
That's
Bergkamp's goal is
disgrace,
tech-wise is
I said
crazy.
it, I knew I
Where's
knew
James? Where's James?
I have him fourth.
What's James for you, James?
Hold on. First of all, Ronaldinho's was literally. Come on, man. We're not putting that one fifth.
free
I'm
kick.
not gonna lie.
It's a brilliant free kick because David.
I'm not gonna lie. I've scored a similar free kick to Ronaldinho's one. I can play the clip right
Yeah,
now.
play the
Clash
clip.
of
Yeah,
Creators.
go on. Yeah,
Clash
there you
of
go.
Creators, YouTube. It's just a lofted free
That-
kick. It
just
was
a
genius.
lofted free
I think.
kick.
Come on.
Come on.
He was 10 miles off his line.
Let's read him out.
Huh?
To pick him out is crazy.
Let's read him out. Let's read him
All
out.
right, so
fifth to first,
in
please.
fifth, Robin Van Persie, brilliant header, great goal. Have him in
Wasn't
fifth.
just the header though, was it?
It's
Oh,
one
yeah,
of the most unique
the
headers
awareness
you'll
of
ever
it
see.
is so smart. It's against Spain, brilliant goal.
Yeah.
Ronaldinho's free kick is unreal. Dennis Bergkamp technique is
Unbelievable.
crazy.
Yeah, no, I've done him wrong here.
Anything less than third, I think, is a crime. We got a second. It's a crime. Second, James Rodriguez. What's up?
He turned into a chimney sweep.
All of a sudden, Dick Van Dyke and Mary Poppins. I don't know why. But
Must be a commentator. So
second, James Rodriguez. We talked about the scanning awareness for it. And Maradona. Maradona.
HP the other day, he said, "What's the sickest name in football history?" I said, "It's Diego Armando."
You have to roll the R.
You're destined to be amazing at
You
football.
have to be. You haven't got a choice. Come on, man.
3 names, yeah, Jay.
different story. Right.
Have you swapped it now?
I have swapped it. I'd like to discuss it. I initially
Yes.
Before we do the arrow, come on.
Sharky
Jay,
made a
don't
good point
leave me,
there.
Jay.
No.
Don't leave me, Jay.
So
Because you heard me say I scored the same. He was like, if he shot
Sharky's got it. No chance. No chance.
okay, so I initially put Van Persie fifth, Ronaldinho fourth, and then we'll do the other three in a second. Van Persie, I had fifth because it's a group game, and in terms of the actual skill of it,
Yeah.
it's not that difficult. But the ingenuity
So smart.
and even the idea to do it is pretty awesome.
I think
I
that's
had
fast,
Ronaldinho above it because of the audacity to do it.
How? At that
Because he did
age?
mean it.
Of course he
Yeah,
did.
of
Of
course.
course he
Right.
did. His attention.
And it's a quarterfinal of a World Cup.
Come on, man.
And I think that does matter. The game does matter.
we get rid
So
of the
I'm
arrow
up for
now?
grabs there. I don't know. Do you
we
want to
get
get rid of the
rid of the
arrow?
arrow? Let's get rid of
So
the arrow.
I
Please,
see you want to keep it.
I think I hear you, right? In terms of like the moment, Ronaldinho takes it. But I think in terms of the goal, honestly, David Seaman was literally
Let
halfway,
him
bro.
finish saying his list.
Sure, what I would say, bro, how many... I know you've done it, Sharky, of course. And on camera. Roll the clip. But aside from that, how often do you see that goal?
How often do you see Van Persie's goal?
That's a great point.
I've never seen Van Persie's goal in my life.
That's a great point. So the arrows...
So that means now you have Ronaldinho in fifth and Van Persie in fourth.
Yes, I do.
Oh,
So,
you've left me, James.
top three. James Rodriguez. It's outrageous.
Not mad at
It's
that.
disgusting.
Anything less than
He's
third,
so
like
good
I've said.
looking. All that. And it isn't a game
goal,
that
right?
matters. And off the bar it's off the bar,
Yeah,
right? Ding,
it's-
ding, ding, which is lovely. But really, the top two are clear here. The Dennis Bergkamp goal.
Are they clear?
This goal is a
Nice.
joke.
I've done him wrong here.
It's a joke in a game that was quite a stalemate, and it's in extra time.
Doing that, yeah.
It's in extra time, and it's such a long ball over the sort of the wrong shoulder, really, with a defender there. Touch down outside of the boot.
Probably some mad
Outside
goal.
of the
It's a
boot.
mad goal.
It's a joke. So that for me is I've not seen that again, and that's harder to do than James Rodriguez.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Although the first touch kind of nearly makes the goal. But Maradona, I know Maradona.
Yeah.
It's like he's beaten like
Insane.
6-7 people. If you do watch it back, Glenn Hoddle was fouled in the build-up, just to say. Shouldn't have even happened.
Hold that.
Get it out of there.
And Peter Reid should be embarrassed because he had about 5 opportunities to take him out. That said, it's the greatest. It's one of the greatest goals of all time.
Yeah.
What a
Greatest
goal.
World Cup goal ever. I mean, we all have.
How many people can do that? I think that's the thing. That's the thing with these goals.
I mean, Messi's done
I
it.
think there's two ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, Messi replicated both
Yeah,
those goals.
Messi's done it
Yeah,
exactly
mad
the
too,
same.
Yeah.
And the pitch is
Oh,
horrible.
yeah.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
a
Pitch is
potato
horrible.
pitch.
Yeah,
Horrible.
yeah,
Elias, order.
Ronaldinho fifth, just because again, like the goalkeeper is a shambles there. David Seaman.
Do you know the thing is, he wasn't halfway
Okay, come on,
line.
not
That is a really good point.
not too
That is a really good
That's
point.
fine.
He shouldn't have been in goal. He should have been gone by then.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's just my view. I mean, it's a great goal.
Respect David Seaman though.
I have to respect. No, of course, but
Salmon
Not
safe.
too much.
John.
James fourth. Even though, like, okay, I think I'm being harsh with it. Like, that's
Oh, you
an
put him less than
unbelievable.
third.
Did, that's a crime.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
did.
crime.
No, I put him fourth
coming for
because
you.
again, Van Persie. And okay, people can say it's just a group stage game, but you have to remember too. This was the rematch of the World Cup final from 4 years ago. There's a lot of bad blood between the two of them. Spain actually go ahead in that game, and then that just starts. And let's not forget too, the goal was brilliant, but the pass from Daley Blind is
and we signed him off the back of that.
unbelievable.
I've seen the angle from the
Unbelievable.
Blind angle.
Yeah, of course. So that's third for me. Dennis Bergkamp, I mean, they call him Iceman. That goal personifies that. It's like everyone is just losing their heads in that moment except for him, where he almost like freezes time in that instance and just it's unbelievable. And then Maradona, I've heard about this goal by my dad, who's like the biggest Maradona fan ever. Like just off that, it's number one for me. But
Don't you think it's mad that that's the same game he scored the...
Of course. Yeah,
The other goal.
And it's like everyone,
the other goal.
everyone
Yeah,
probably
the
in
other
that
goal.
game was thinking, English fans apparently, especially, were probably thinking, yo, this guy's such a cheating bastard. Like, he doesn't deserve this. They shouldn't be going through. And then, okay, you know what? You want a real goal? Let me just dribble your entire team and score.
And he kind of does the same goal against Belgium in the semi-final. The Van Persie one, can a headed goal really be that great?
Yeah, I mean, I moved
getting
it
the
down.
arrow?
So,
Do you know what I mean?
So I brought the arrows out.
headed goal.
I brought the arrows out.
Whatever it is a headed goal.
No, no. I know.
We're all aware of what
It's
a header
great
is, right?
awareness,
But
but
it's, come on, it's the best headed goal. So I've brought the arrows out. So obviously I've got Ronaldinho on last as well. I've swapped. I don't know why I thought to put Bergkamp fourth. I don't know. Maybe because Van Persie one was more like I've seen it. I watched it live. I didn't watch the Bergkamp one live, obviously on TV or anything. But obviously you hear a lot about it growing up. Obviously Dutch born.
is Dennis above James for everyone now? Yeah?
Straight switch here.
I think the only one I would switch was James
So now
RVP.
Van Persie's
mad at
diving
that
headers.
at all.
So now Van Persie's diving headers in four for me.
Yeah.
No, even if it is a headed goal, it is like we've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, we're the same
James-
now.
Yeah, James in third now. Bergkamp in second, and obviously Maradona in first.
I don't mind switching James and RVP, to be fair.
Listen,
If you-
the
yeah.
list is fine
I don't
for me.
mind.
The list is fine.
I mean, if you do that, then the combined list will probably be the list that myself and James have.
yeah.
Maradona in first, of course. Everyone's got him in first. It looks like Bergkamp is now in. Bergkamp's in second overall. Looks like James is in third overall. Van Persie is in fourth, and Ronaldinho is in last.
Chucky, you're quite good at this, aren't you?
Yeah.
You generally get it.
You're right.
Yeah, no, but I had to change mine. That's your list was.
Yeah.
When you boys get the arrows out,
Why have you got Dennis Bergkamp third? It's mental.
Dennis Bergkamp, I don't know. I was just thinking about the scan. Do you know all I was thinking was the scan that James Rodriguez did? I was like, that
It's
before
just
it goes.
crazy. That's just like,
Bro, that's just
there's certain little things. I know what you like. There's certain little things you see a footballer do, and you're like, oh my god, everything's opened up. For
Bro,
you.
it's just brilliant.
But at the
that's
same
exactly
time,
how
like,
I am as well.
Bergkamp, man,
It's those small things.
I hear that, right? But Bergkamp, like that instant right there, how
It's a
many
joke. I'm
players
not mad
just
at it,
have the composure again?
And
like,
the technical ability to do that.
it's
bro.
almost like
He's done that
he's
time,
able to
like-
just freeze time in that instance. Just be, okay, you know what? Like I'm so calm. There's no worry. What was it? World Cup's quarterfinal. No big
Quarterfinal,
deal. It's just
And what
ridiculous.
makes it
Unreal.
better is he meant every single part
Absolutely.
of that because it's not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's not the only time he's done
So much
something like that.
intention.
The
Full
Leicester game for
control. Yeah.
Arsenal, you know what I mean? Like there's so many
Yeah.
goals he scored that
Yeah.
are such class.
And James maybe not is replicating that as many times as Dennis
It makes it even better when you think of it like that. And I mean,
Brilliant goals,
It's Bergkamp.
I'm taking James' goal against Japan over his one against Uruguay.
He's opening a whole new conversation. That's a different ranking.
Yeah.
All James Rodriguez all-time top 5 goals.
I think we're all ranked out.
We are all ranked
if we
out,
had Faisal
man.
on this, by the way, if we had Faisal on this video, it
Yeah.
would have been a 2-hour-long video. Every single one we would have disagreed.
Oh yeah. I picked the right. I picked the right.
Yeah,
cast.
on my life.
Face stream.
Be more Aggie next
The
time.
weather. We love it.
La Decima.
Yeah, he's not happy.
Faisal and Lias don't agree on anything. But yeah, I think that's all the rankings done for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said earlier, leave all your rankings in the comments below. If you want to have some discussions, we'll have some discussions in the comments. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. We're back in a few days for the next Premier League roundup. Thank you once again to James for coming. Check him out. James Alcott, or is it James Lawrence Alcott? Full name?
Chuck in Alcott there. I'll turn up. My
You
face will
type in
turn up.
Alcott, you'll see it. But link is also in the description. Check him out. Honestly, my favorite football content creator.
Appreciate it, man.
Like no lies told here. But yeah, check him out. He's the best. And thank you for coming. And hopefully you'll be on again.
Mate, I'd love to.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It was good, man.
Sure.
Brilliant.
There you go. Thanks to everyone else also that came on. Abs and Leah, it's been a while. Good to have you on again.
It was a pleasure.
But we'll see you guys next time. Bye.